Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is still Friday, May 13th, 2022. Look, sit back and relax because we have to talk. People, you're all so awesome. I just want you to know that I'm going to start off with just that because you really are. You're all amazing. Now, with that said, let's go back to this market here. I want to talk about what's happening, what's going on, what at least I believe is going on, and a whole bunch of other things here. So a nice rally today in this market. A couple of dynamics are occurring which may tell us something, and we're going to have an answer to some questions next week. Absolutely we will. I will analyze more data over the weekend and on Sunday with my markets a look ahead. I hope to see you there. And we'll talk a little bit more. But let me just put some of this together here. So yes, a very nice rally here in the market here. Does that mean it's over? Is this market going to all of a sudden, rocket higher? Well, if you had seen the video that I did just yesterday, I showed you a chart. I believe that was the day before. I'm losing track of things. I explained to you there were three levels of support. We are at a support level now. Okay, we went through a recent support level. Now we're kind of sitting at a spot where the S&P 500 doesn't seem to want to fall into a bear market here. Okay. A lot of buying today, 10-year yield normalizing. I mean, have you seen this action in the debt market? It's been profound. I mean, really, let's put this together. 10-year yield settling above 3%, 3.14, then we cratered down to 2.8. What a move. I mean, a massive safety trade, a fear trade. And, the dollar with that knee-jerk higher, the comparative strength of the dollar here, even crude oil took a hit. Everything was getting hit. It was like I was saying, it was a pan sell-off, meaning everything was selling off. A lot of panic selling. People were just throwing everything out. And to me, that's opportunity. And we've seen quite a rebound. I mean, let's talk about Bitcoin real quick. We were at 26,000 just a couple of days ago, and now we're back over 30,000. Okay, with the crypto space, all my fellow lions who are into crypto, this is exactly what you expect to happen. You understand the volatility there. Not for everyone in this space. I've been saying this since time immemorial. Gold and silver, pretty volatile as of late. A lot of people hating on gold and silver, more so than I've ever seen. I mean, I've always had it. People writing to me about it. Oh, Greg, I can't believe you told people to buy this stuff. They need to throw it out. It's garbage. It's a relic. It doesn't, whatever. You know my take on it. I'm not going to cover it again here. But if it's not in your portfolio, anticipating what will eventually happen here in the debt market, and you all know this, an implosion of truly beyond your wildest nightmares proportions is coming. The debt market it's just beyond belief. It's a freaking Frankenstein monster, and it's going to swallow the earth. It's being designed to do that. It's going to cripple by design the entire financial system, which is going to grind to a halt, and people are going to be running through the streets not knowing what hit them when that does occur. But again, to me, it's the ultimate hedge, holding physical gold, more specifically physical silver here. Someone asked a very good question earlier, Greg, why do you love silver so much? I've covered this at length a gazillion times, but for a little homework assignment, I want you to look at the Dow gold ratio and the gold silver ratio, and you will see why this guy believes that silver is the most undivided asset in the history of the world at this particular time. And I wouldn't be surprised to see that worsen in an environment of massively inflating global debt. Anyway, going back to this market here, people, a lot of people writing to me today Look, it's interesting. I get kind of stuck in the middle. I'm reading through my emails. A lot of people sincerely believe that this is it. They've been told by most, in fact, I would say every single alternative media outlet here on YouTube and everywhere else, that this is the big one. The market is crashing. Even some people that I respect so much, I've had the opposite view. I've been explaining to people that we are in some kind of a corrective phase in the market. With regard to the NASDAQ, I told you I believe we are in a cyclical bear market, and I believe once a few pieces fall into place, and we're going to talk about that more right now, and on Sunday, we'll see where we're at, okay? I'm out here still looking for opportunities in this market, outside the market as well. When I talk about my portfolio, I don't think I'm just referring to stocks that are in my portfolio and or derivatives I may be holding at any particular time. I'm also including cryptocurrencies, precious metals, real estate, cars. I mean, I own a lot of things. Artwork, musical instruments. I am extremely diversified, and I've been saying for the longest time that you need to be that way, and I think you are all well aware of it. But just again, let's refocus on this market. Yes, a nice rally today. Market breadth overwhelmingly positive, normalizing 10-year yield. Crude oil making an unbelievable rebound. It's going much, much higher. And crude oil is the lifeblood of this market, and it will get propped up. But in order for this rally today to mean anything, this is what we need to see, okay? Bear with me just a moment on this. We can't just give all these gains back on Monday. If we give all these gains back on Monday, well, that's a clear sign to me that we have further to fall with regard to this market. What I want to see is very, very simple. Okay, you ready for it? Here we go. I want to see a follow-up rally on Monday. I would love to see a follow-up rally Tuesday. In other words, rally today, rally Monday, rally Tuesday. But we need something else to happen too. So that right there would be very, very nice. But a best case scenario for the market right now, for those of you out here who understand dynamics of the market, I think this is going to ring a few bells here with you. At least I hope so. So rally today, this is the best case scenario. Rally Monday, rally Tuesday, followed by a sell-off, followed by some type of corrective phase. Okay, that would be ideal. Again, you go up, you fall a little bit, you got some people taking profits or maybe looking for opportunity to sell, and I believe that'll get scooped up. If that happens, if we see, again, follow-up rally Monday, rally Tuesday, a sell-off Tuesday, maybe even into Wednesday, nothing dramatic. We can't give back all these gains. Just some type of a pullback from that rally, that would say to me, and this has to occur across the spectrum of indices here, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ. If these things fall together, that's going to tell me at least, and I hope some of you, that this route that we have been in is over. And that would be a time to start putting some more cash to work in this market. But we'll talk about it. But that's the best case scenario right now for the stock market. With regard to other assets, people, it's a no-brainer to me. It really, and again, for those of you that hate gold and silver, you can write to me all you want. You're not going to change my mind on my perspective on why gold and silver, especially silver, needs to be in your freaking portfolio. Okay? Understanding where, look, I'm focused on the grand finale here. The grand finale is very simple. You all know what it is. It's a meltdown. It's a meltdown of biblical proportions, and it's going to start in the debt market. Everything we're seeing right now is the stock market. And I've been telling people for freaking years to stop focusing on, get your freaking eyeballs off of the stock market. If you are a person who has been brainwashed into focusing on the stock market, you're looking in the wrong place. You must look at the driver, and the main driver remains the debt market. Why do you think central banks around the world, none more so than the Federal Reserve? Someone made a comment. Why does Greg keep pointing back at the buildings behind him? Which aren't really here, by the way. But I'm pointing at my freaking hat here, and the Fed, and the freaking Fed. You see it? Look. And the Fed. George Gammon. George, love you, buddy. Thank you for this. I love this. Anyway, there we go. So, again, people fixated on the stock market. What's the stock market doing? Who gives a damn? If you're not focusing on the driver of this market, then you have no idea what you're looking at. Again, I know there's a lot of purported experts on the market telling you all that this is it. This is the big one. Okay, we'll see how that plays out. They're going to be wrong yet again. Over and over again for years, these people have been wrong because they don't know what they're looking at. They don't understand how cash moves through the market. They don't realize that the debt market is the driver of it all. That's the truth. And the debt market remains stable. Markets go up, markets go down. You can have 20, 30, even 40% drops in the market and it still be a normal corrective type of a phase in the market. But the big one is going to eclipse everything we've ever seen. The real crash, people, is going to be something that the world has never witnessed before. And it's going to be so unbelievably expansive. I mean, it's going to change. It's by design. This is being set up. It's going to change the entire financial system. It's going to turn it upside down and inside out in every other way you can imagine by design. But look, we all know this. A new system is in the works. It's been in the works for a long time. We already have a one world government, okay? I know how many of you are hoping and praying and literally praying that a certain person or persons may become another world leader. Yet again, it don't matter. Okay, you're also being distracted and misled. That system is dead and buried. We have a one world government today. It's run by the central banks. You see me pointing over here at my hat? It's run by the central banks. Everything else is a shit show on a massive scale. There's no one here that's going to save you. I know how many of you, look, from what I understand, that there, you know what, I'm not even going to go there. But anyway, stop, all right? Take this all in from the standpoint that you have an idea of what is actually happening around the world. It's an elimination of an entire class of people. It's a one world government and the elimination of the changing of the system that we're going through a major change right now. And that implosion in the debt market is going to change everything. It's going to change it all. And again, it's not just about the markets. It's a resource problem. They're already throwing it in your face. They want to see how people are going to respond. They're already testing the waters here. Shortages with baby formula, shortages with food, blah, blah, blah. Because let me tell you something. Once that debt market implodes, you're not going to even believe what happens. The stores are going to be cleaned out within a matter of hours. There's going to be no food to be had, water, everything. You're not going to be able to go to your bank and take out your cash. Everything is going to lock up. There's going to be absolute pandemonium in the streets. And this scenario is we're already working towards that. This is the end game for central banks and their puppet governments and whoever they want to put behind the Resolute desk or anywhere else. Believe me, they're all players in it. Nobody is here on your side. They work for the elite, the 1% and 2%ers. I don't care how much you might think differently. They are not here to help you. The middle class has been set up to be executed, and they're being executed right now. As a matter of fact, going back to some economic news here, consumer sentiment now hit a 1-decade low as the cost of living continues to skyrocket, and you haven't seen anything yet at all whatsoever. And they will again kill whoever they have to kill, spill blood and guts from this end of the world to the other to keep the debt-based economic model going. And that debt-based system will always exist. That is how central banks retain their power. One thing, their ability to issue debt keeps these institutions, pointing at my hat, all right, in power. They will never, ever give up that power. So just realize that we've fought wars about this. And people have died by the millions, tens of millions, to allow this debt-based economic model to exist. It's a hideous system. Hideous beyond anyone's, I think, wildest dreams. But that's unfortunately the way, and that's the setup here. The new system will be 100% debt-based. The new system will be completely, absolutely cashless. The new system will be one about maximum control. And they want to see what they can get away with. And the way it looks, they can do anything they want. People are not revolting. People are not up in arms. No one is holding the Federal Reserve to account, the least of which our current retard president, nor the last, who is calling on the Fed to keep rates negative and go keep the dollar lower. Nor the one before him, and probably the one before that too. They're all puppets, but none more so than the last three. The last three presidents, maybe four, have literally been turned into puppets. And as you all know, the more debt that is pulled into existence, it has to be created at the core, which is, again, the central banks. It's a slave world. I don't know another way to put this. And I think you understand where I'm going, how I perceive these things. All right, people, look, it is Friday, long video, and I think a very important video. I covered so much here. I hope this has opened your eyes a little bit. I know how many people are still stuck in believing in something that no longer exists and maybe hasn't in a very, very long time. So, with that said, bring it in. Nobody's looking. Let's do this, okay? Love each other. Care about each other. Be charitable. People, the more of us that embrace these three things, okay, the better off we are all going to be, okay? I will see you Sunday for my markets to look ahead. I hope to see you there. Have a great weekend, a safe weekend. Lots of love, lots of fun, lots of happiness. Let's put this all behind us, all right? Promise? And I'll see you Sunday.